Welcome to volleyball action on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Hi, everybody. I'm BJ Stone. We are in Bushnell tonight for a matchup between Bushnell-Prairie City and West Prairie. A couple of schools very familiar with each other. They used to have teams together. They took the Spartans of Bushnell, the Cyclones of West Prairie, became the Sparklones for a while in football and some other sports too, or was it just football? I'm asking Andy and Chris. Was baseball too? And track. But they were always separated in volleyball, basketball, and they are still, and we're here tonight to bring you the action. From Bushnell High School. The JV match will take place first, and we're going to be pretty quiet here while we try to figure out exactly what's going on, try to keep track of the score for you, and get the starters up and at them when we have a moment. Right now we're going to try to find out. Where the score bug was, so we can get the manual scoreboard up here. Enjoy the first few moments of the match. I'm going to turn my mic down so you're not listening to us when we're trying to figure this out. Early 2-0 lead in this first set in the JV match for BPC. Spartans started the match with the serve, and there's a point for West Prairie. Cyclones will take over the serve, trailing 2-1. Back to serve, we can tell you, is number 12, Abby Snarbuck. I checked that. 12 in the JV is Josie Hedges. And she gets an ace to tie the game up. Just underway, set one, JV match, varsity match to follow. And that overpass ends up falling and being a point for BPC. Timeout called with the score 5-2 in favor of the Spartans. Game one, JV match underway. Hey, we're getting there, folks. Bear with us. Got newbies on the call. If it wasn't for Chris here, I wouldn't even have a clue what to do here now. 6-2 the score. In favor of the Spartans, actually. So we'll flip it. Some good hustle along the end line, but a point for the Cyclones makes it 6-3. Good job, Chris. Kamara Zimmerman serving for the Cyclones. Spartans do a good job to dig it out, bring it back. Good pass. Bump set, pushed over. And that one falls at the net, point Cyclones. 6-4. Little set attack that time for the Cyclones, earning them another point. And the visitors pull within one. And ultimately tie it up. 6-6 in the first set of the JV match just underway. The varsity to follow tonight here from Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Spartans score, take the serve back, and take a 7-6 lead. Eight-6 serve off the side of the net, 8-7. That serve will be long. Spartans doing well, get it to the far side. Tip play, all dug out nicely by the libero. And point BPC, 10-7. Brindley Beekman handling service right now. Blocked at the net, but it'll fall onto the BPC side of the floor. Point Cyclones. And the score becomes 10-8. Favor of BPC. Lily Scheffler on service that time for West Prairie. They try to set up for Madison McClear. She pushes it over. Earns the point. The score goes to 10-9. A quick first set here. off the net. 10-10. Another point for the visitors. Scoreboard still has 10-9. I may be a point ahead here. Nope, now I got 10-10 up there. From the middle. The hit in the middle was by Jules Krebs. Now from the outside, Kendall McCleary with the hit. Dug out nicely. Back as it comes the other way to the Spartans. Set in the middle and a hit for Ashlyn Kelly, a freshman for West Prairie. They're going to come back to the outside hitter, McClure. Spartans continue to handle it. Back to the middle, and that'll finally be a point after a long rally. Ashlyn Kelly gets the kill, 11-10. And the Cyclones go on top for the first time in this first set. Kelly sees it dug out. Point Cyclones. Service there into the net. Side out for the Spartans. Miley Chenoweth with a chance to tie it up. That's in. That hit inside the line as West Prairie had Briley Elliott, Lily Scheffler back there. Little miscommunication. We're tied at 12. Center serves to defensive right side, and then a big hit out of the middle. Down it goes for Ashlyn Kelly. Cyclones back on top, 13-12. Into the net. Spartans, that time as the set just went a little bit wide and actually over to the West Prairie side of the net. And on the joust, the Spartans get into the net, 14-12. Madison McClure doing the serving for West Prairie. Lets that return hit OB, and it's 15-12. It was a 10-7 lead for BPC, but since then, an 8-2 run by the Cyclones to grab the lead. And they score again on the kill, and it goes to 16-12, and it'll be a timeout called by BPC. We'll take a quick timeout.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And we're back inside the gymnasium. Bushnell-Prairie City High School, first set of the JV match with West Prairie. Cyclones lead the Spartans 16-12. Visitors have seized control of this first set. And The service continues for Madison McClure. Another point scored. Spartans started the game playing very well. Cyclones have picked up the pace. That one, however, into the net will be point Spartans. And BPC back to serve. Jules Krebs will serve. Handled by the libero. With a good pass forward. They're not able to dig that one out on the hit from Kendall McCleary. Spartans point, 17-14 now to score. That one is going to be called in. Cyclone score a point along the far sideline. Another point for the Cyclones on the ace. Now the Spartans able to get it back over. Cyclones go that set attack into that empty middle area. And their setter has been able to drop it in there a couple of times. Josie Hodges. She will check out after good work to help her team take a 20-14 advantage. Ace service delivered by Ashlyn Kelly. That one put down nicely at the net by the Spartans, and I think it was Sierra Shannon. Got a hand on it, sent it down. Not listed on the JV roster, but shown as 23 on the varsity. 21-15 score. Spartans hustle. Get it over on the 3-ball. Deeper set than they wanted for the Cyclones. And that one too hot to handle up by the net. Will be another point for the Spartans. So a service point for them makes it 21-16. Well, the Spartans got into the net just a little bit, trying to reach over on that joust and send it straight down. Point goes to the Cyclones. Varsity match coming up after the conclusion of the JV match. This is just the first set in the JV match tonight, and that one's out. Point home team. A service for BPC. And they win a net battle. The set actually again crossed over the net onto the West Prairie side, but Well done at the net by Trinity Baird. Turn the point for BPC. Baird now sends it over and it drops home. 22-20. The Spartans within 2 after falling behind by as many as 6. .23-20 now. That lands in. Good placement on that serve, as deep as you can go without hitting it out. And it's now set point. Mara Zimmerman. That is dug out and sent all the way back over the net on an overpass. Spartans will try to regain the point. Goes to the outside hitter on the far side, handled by BPC. That's in. Spartan fans making some noise as they're back within 3, 24-21. Point off the block, 24-22. I win by 2, so the Spartans will need to rattle off a couple more to force extra time in this first set. To the middle. Off the dig and out, 24-23. Timeout taken. By West Prairie. We shall be right back.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
We're back. Thank you, Sean, for the message. We'll work on the scoreboard. That one is hammered home for the winning point. And the first set goes to West Prairie 25-23. They take a 1-0 lead. We will see if we got it there. And stay live here and see if we're able to fix the scoreboard for you. Still nothing. How about that button? Does that do anything? Last thing on the scoreboard that you should have. Oop. We should be live. So the Cyclones get one game up. I'll try to reset the score for you. We're still here. We may not have a scoreboard for you tonight, folks, so I'll just give you the score as much as I possibly can. Andy, any ideas? Andy's just running the camera. And I'm good at talking and not much else. So we're trying to figure it out. I don't know that I'm that good at talking either when you get right down to it. So we'll put one game up on the Cyclone side. Still can't get it to do what we need it to do. But we will continue trying. At least you can see on camera we're back out there now for set 2. Well, we got the 25-23 up there. So now we need to reset that to 0. There we go, 0-0. Still can't get the sets to go up. There we go. And start with a point for the Spartans. Now we're going to go back to the YouTube feed and see that we have a scoreboard. Good hit out of the middle. For the Cyclones to even things up at 1 apiece. Well, we briefly had the scoreboard working, and now it's back off again. So we can tell you it's 2-1. The 1-set lead for the Cyclones. Spartans going to need to send us an over on the 3 ball. They do. At the net, the tip made. To the outside hitter, she pushes it over. Bumps it over on the 3rd attempt. Both teams volleying back and forth, and there's a point for the Cyclones. Going in favor of them. They take a 3-1 lead in this second set. Add another. 4-1. Serve into the net, 4-2. Back over to the Spartans' service. Pushing all sorts of buttons. Still don't have that scoreboard shown up for you, but we're trying. Point Spartans, 4-3. Cyclones regain service with the win of that point. 5-3, they lead it. 5-4, point Spartans. Well, we briefly had the scoreboard working. Struggling to get it back going now. You do see the scoreboard on your end, Maribeth? Can you see it right now? Thanks to everybody that's checking in. It was 6-4 before that serve, and now it's 6-5, point Spartans. They'll take it back. We're going to get it all figured out during the JV match so we can get it going. Come time for the varsity match. That one served long. Point Cyclones 7-5. All right, thank you. Both Sean and Maribeth, thank you very much. Looks like we're, as Sean said, cooking with gas now, baby. 7-5 lead. Cyclones here in set 2 of the JV match. First set went to the Cyclones. That one's too long. 8-5. Cyclones had control of the first set about 22-16 before BPC battled back. Ended up being a 25-23 score in that first one. Second set starting out fairly close as well. That'll get down for the home team. And an 8-6 Cyclone lead. Spartan serving. That's passed well. Outside hitter gets it down and in for West Prairie. That's Peyton McGrew, a freshman. Service out along the sideline. A little too wide, 9-7. Back over to BPC. Back to serve is Kendall McCleary. It's passed outside. They get out of system, have to three-ball it over from the back line, but do it well. Ball hits the net and clears. There's that little tip play, but the Spartans dig it out that time, and point continues on. Good rally here. Set to the outside hitter. She will just push it over short. Outside. Well hit, but dug out. Off the block by the Cyclones, and they're able to get it down 10-7. Good rally. Serve was pretty deep, but had to be handled. Right call was made. But it goes to 11-7 in favor of the Cyclones. Another deep serve right down the middle. Passed well. Hit too deep, 12-7. Serve goes deep to the left side of the Spartan formation this time. Now they set it at the net. Off the block, deflected high in the air, gives Cyclones time to dig it out. They'll go back to that outside hitter on the far side, and it's down. Justice Kleindinst with the kill. And now she will go back to serve for the Spartans. lands out. Another point for the Spartans. Out again, 12-10. BPC battling back in this one. Good hit from the middle by the Cyclones. And they go back up by 3, 13-10. Sorry to bother you viewers. I know you'd rather watch than type, but making sure everything's still good. Let us know. That hit a little bit too deep. $14-10. Service deep, 14-11. My internal screen here is showing us lagging way behind. That'll be a point for the Spartans. Check that for the Cyclones, 15-11. Still good. Thank you, Maribeth. Appreciate it. Good battle going on here in the second set of the JV match. From the back line, a good hit. Dug out nicely by the Spartans. Tipped over the net. Stays in play. Another tip, and at the net. It is sent down by Peyton McGrew. Point Cyclones. Timeout Spartans. 16-11. The lead now in set 2 as we go to a timeout. We'll take a break and see if we can't. Well, I think we can let you hear from some of our sponsors. Right here. We'll be right back.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Back in here in the middle of the second set with the Cyclones of West Prairie leading the Spartans of Bushnell-Prairie City, 16-11. No, Sean, we're a long way from ESPN, brother. I've been doing some stuff on ESPN Plus for Western Illinois, though, this afternoon. I was at a soccer game earlier. Ended up 1-1. $17-11 in favor of West Prairie. That hit would have landed in. It had to be played. Good job, and will they save it? They do. What a great job of hustling around, scrambling for the save by the Spartans. Now an outside hit for them off the block. They get a deflection. Point BPC. They get the service back, down by 5, trying to stretch this thing to a third set. Sent deep. Back up front, push it over. That'll be easily dug out by the Spartans. Sent over by Chenoweth from the outside left. Blocked at the net. Krebs and Cleary there at the net, combining. And it goes to 17-13. Cleary sends it over. Cyclones return it now. They get a nice set from Zimmerman. Pushed over on the outside by Lily Scheffler. That will fall. Another point for BPC. It's a 3-point difference, 17-14 in this second set. Brinley Beekman with the serve. They hit it into the net. Do the Cyclones, and we're at 17-15. Set up top. Good hit. Good dig, though. Spartans get it back. They'll set up Peyton McGrew one more time. But on the other side, Miley Chenoweth buries it. And the Spartans of BPC have fought back to close within one. 17-16 as a timeout is taken by West Prairie. Turn the sound down. We'll just leave the picture right here, and we'll rejoin the match when they resume. All right, back at it we go. Beekman still serving as the Spartans try to tie up this set. Sent deep and out, and we are knotted at 17. Spartans playing well, not going away. First set was close, second set is now tied up late. That's put down by Peyton McGrew. And the Cyclones regain the edge. Back to serve Lily Scheffler. Point Cyclones, 19-17. Scheffler deep left. Got another one. See if she switches up or attacks the same side. Goes right back to it. Good pass this time. Dropped home out of the middle by freshman Peyton McGrew. And after coming all the way back to tie it up, here come the Cyclones again. They push the lead out to 21-17. I think I can push this button and play a little commercial for you. We'll be right back.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome you back in. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by McDonough District Hospital. BJ and Andy at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. JV match continues. That one will drop in. Spartans finally get service back. A little area right behind the 10-foot attack line is vulnerable for a lot of teams if their back line is playing deep, and that was sent right into that area nicely by the Spartans. Cyclones trying to set up McGrew in the middle. They get it to her. Dug out by the Spartans. Now an outside hit into the net. Didn't get up to the block. So 22-18, and West Prairie closing to within a couple of points of wrapping up this second set and the match. It has been very competitive and entertaining. Free ball, got it. McGrew tries to push it into that little space. Does good enough. Spartans can't dig it out. 23-18. Match point. I got a Tootsie Pop over there at the concession stand. And having trouble getting the wrapper off. Sticky. Off the net and down. Second set goes to the Cyclones of West Prairie by a 25-18 margin. That'll do it for the JV match. We thank you very much for watching. We'll try to get a reset up. You'll have to sign back in and look for the varsity match coming up here in just a bit. Thank you for watching JV action between West Prairie and Bushnell-Prairie City. Cyclones win it in 2 sets. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by McDonough District Hospital. The JV match just ended. It is senior night. We wanted to get all these seniors on camera and onto the recording for TSSR Live on YouTube. So hopefully you can see that happening. We'll clear the scoreboard off.
Our next senior is Alexis Gallagher. She has played volleyball 1 year.
From the JV match.
Here with Amanda Schimmelfingen. Our next senior is Callie Kramer. She has played volleyball all 4 years. She is joined by her parents, Stacy and John Kramer. Our next senior is Keely Lee. She has played volleyball for 3 years. She is joined by her mom, Mandy Promiston, and Ty Bowden. Our next senior
Once again,
is
senior
Anna
introductions
Nelson.
happening here. Senior night for BPC volleyball.
She has played volleyball all 4 years. She is joined by her parents, Marlene and Gary Nelson. And our last senior, Stoker.
All 6 of the volleyball team members on senior night have been introduced. Number 11, Kylie Lieb. 12, Callie Kramer. 13, Presley Brandt. 14, Alexis Gallagher. 23, Sierra Shannon. 25, Abby Nelson. Seniors for BPC being honored here in the pregame. Now they will begin their warm-ups, and the varsity match will get underway in a little while. I'll tell you what, we'll just keep the stream on, put the camera at center court, and we'll join you for volleyball between West Prairie and BPC in about 20 minutes. Welcome back in, TSSR Live, presented by MDH, getting ready for the varsity volleyball match tonight between West Prairie and Bushnell-Prairie City. Senior night, so we've started the stream so you could see the senior activities earlier. And, yeah, you should have sound now. Sean, hopefully you're able to hear that. National anthem that was performed nicely by Kylie Lieb. Starting lineup being introduced for the Cyclones of West Prairie. Madeline Sullivan's number 8, J.C. Reynoso number 7, number 5, Callie Wright. 16 is Paige Kitch. Lindsay Dunn, number 11. Nia Zimmerman, freshman on the back row. And Abby Starbuck handles the libero position. Will wear the black jersey for the Cyclones. So they have the freshman Zimmerman, sophomore Reynoso, junior Starbuck, and 4 seniors with Wright, Dunn, Kitch, three seniors in their starting lineup. And now they darken the lights and they'll introduce the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans. Senior night here, the 6 seniors were honored previously. That'll be on the recording that you can tell people to go back and they can look at it. Hopefully everything showed up fine.
Now please stand and put your hands together as we meet our very own Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans.
And the crowd making some noise here as the Spartans get ready.
At front row, number 14, Alexa Golahar.
Alexa Golahar introduced. Number 14. Number 13, Presley Brandt.
At front row, number 25,
Abby Nelson getting her shoes shined. Everybody has their own little individual deal. Sierra Shannon is crowned. Number 12, Callie Kramer. And number 11, Kaylee Lieb, who sang the national anthem. As the 6 seniors will be first out to start for the Spartans. And wearing the libero jersey number 38, underclassman Autumn Coulter. So we get set to go with set number 1 here from Bushnell. Both teams line up for the good luck handshake as they'll go around the court. And we're glad you could join us, and you can always chat with us on the YouTube channel in the chat area. Mary Beth and Sean, thanks so much for the help during the JV match. Sean says we're all good for the varsity match. Hopefully the scoreboard keeps up and does its gig. As we get ready for volleyball action here on senior night from Bushnell. Officials checking. Both lineups. And possibly a question at the scorer's table before we even get started. Slight delay here. Making sure the lineups are right as written on the sheets provided by the coaches. First serve will go to the Cyclones. Going back behind the end line to do so will be Paige Kitch. And we are off and running. Serve deep. Point Spartans. First serve for the Spartans will be Alexis Gallagher. That'll be out. Point Cyclones 1-1 and back to serve for them. Be Madeline Sullivan. A junior jump serve to the middle. Spartans unable to dig it out, 2-1 in favor of the Cyclones. Serve goes deep middle. Good pass. Outside hitter on the far side, a little bit too strong. Off the swing from Sierra Shannon. So 3-1 Cyclones. Just underway here with set one. That one blocked back by the middle block for the Cyclones, 4-1. Getting up in the air, Madison Adams, sophomore. Another good serve. The dig sent wide. 5-1. Cyclones on a roll. And the service from Madeline Sullivan. She stands behind the basketball baseline, runs forward, jumps and serves. Overpass over the net. Tip back over and then dug, but outside the line, 6-1 Cyclones. That serve is deep, point BPC. A 6-2 lead in set one. That serve goes long and Obi. 7-2 Cyclones. Presley Brandt hit that one deep, and now back to serve for the Cyclones, Callie Wright. Dug out by Brandt. Free ball sent over. And spiked home and in. I believe that was Zimmerman for Cyclones. May have been J.C. Reynoso in the middle, too. That serve, an ace. Cyclones go up 9-2. And a timeout called by BPC. West Prairie up early in set one. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back. TSSR Live presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Out of the timeout. Service Cyclones. Ace, that's in. Beautiful placement by Callie Wright. (10-2) West Prairie. Another ace. Sub coming to BPC, Justice Kleindienst. Number 27 checks in middle of the back row. Dug out by Lieb. Pass forward, then over on the 3-ball. West Prairie getting set in system for the hit and the point. J.C. Reynoso on the kill, 12-2. Another service point for Callie Wright. That one deep right. Spartans get it forward to the net and a point. Sierra Shannon got it to drop, 12-3. Sub coming for BPC. Joe Farwell, number 22, checking in for Keely Lieb. She goes to the front line, back to serve. Abby Nelson. Dug out far side by Kleindienst. Good hit on the outside by Farwell. 3-ball sent over by the Cyclones. Farwell again off the block, tipped high in the air. Cyclones get it set up into the net, however, and it's a point for the Spartans. 13-4. Nelson will continue to serve. Still going good on the broadcast. Let us know that you're still seeing and hearing everything all right. Ace serve into the corner, and a beauty by Abby Nelson. (13-5) the score. Nelson retreats behind the end line to do it again. Handled by the libero. Up front it comes. Tipped over and it drops. The point will be recorded by J.C. Reynoso. 14-5 Spartans. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Just happy we're still on the air. Got a rookie here running the controls in the computer. That one dropped short into the net, 14-6. Service back over to the Spartans, Sierra Shannon. Libero Starbuck gets it forward. Off the net. Sets are a little bit far off the net here on a couple of occasions for the Spartans, and they've had 3 kill attempts drop into the net. Excuse me, for the Cyclones, so it's 14-7. As the Spartans try to claw their way back in. That one drops in for an ace. Deep enough that both players from West Prairie decided to let it drop and see what happened. And it lands in. That one, however, will not. 15-8. West Prairie leads it. Shannon checks out. We see the libero, Autumn Coulter, wearing jersey number 38 in the white. Rest of the team, of course, in blue. Back to serve. And scoring the ace for West Prairie, Lindsey Dunn. With a good diving serve. Over the net and just dropped 16-8. Virtually no spin on that. Knuckleballing serve. Kleinden's not able to get it over. 17-8. Dunn to serve again. Good low serve, barely over the net. Kleinden's pokes it into the Cyclones court, and then the block in the middle. Handled by Natalie Wiley, number 21, who just checked in. Now we see another sub. For BPC, Kendall McCleary, number 10, checks into the front line. So they've got McCleary, Farwell, and Kleindienst up front right now. Back to serve, Natalie Wiley. That's going to be a point. I think I was one behind on the BPC score. Point West Prairie, so they take an 18-9 lead. Callie Kramer back for BPC. Serve being handled now by Nia Zimmerman. That is out on the far side, and it is point Spartans 19-9. Check that, point for the Cyclones. Deep serve handled nicely in the back, but they can't get it over. As it was set pretty close to the net. 20-9. Cyclones trying to close out set one. Zimmerman serve, deep and out. 20-10, back over to the Spartans. Joe Farwell will serve. That serve lands wide. Farwell checks out, replaced by Keely Lieb. Substitutions for the Cyclones as well. Paige Kitch will check in to serve. And Libero is replaced by J.C. Reynoso up front. Liberos cannot play on the front line. They're free to sub in for whoever, but they have to come out once their rotation gets to the front. Dug out nicely, but off the net and down 22-9 West Prairie. Hard serve by Paige Kitch. Now they try to set it up. Outside hitter steps into it and delivers the point. Callie Wright. 23-9 Cyclones. 23-10, excuse me. Pitch hammers one in. What a serve. A laser beam into the corner just in front of the end line. 24-10 match point, or set point, excuse me. Just the first set of tonight's match. This one she delivers a little bit long. 24-11 sub coming. Alexa Barkley Jr. was going to check in, then she is subbed out by Starbuck the libero. Point Spartans. Off the serve of Autumn Coulter. She serves again. It's set for the middle blocker, and they get it down for the win in set one. Callie Wright scores it. Cyclones pick up the first set. We'll go to a timeout. When we come back, it's set number 2 from BPC. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets a much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Autumn Coulter now back to serve. 2-2 your score in the second set. 3-ball into the net. Lead for the Spartans here in set 2, 3-2. I'm BJ Stone running the computer, trying to keep up with the score. Andy Suter on camera from BPC High School tonight. That one off the block, kept alive. Good dig by the Spartans. They'll send it over on the 3-ball, and Cyclones will set it up for the big hit, and it's down. Outside hit by Callie Wright makes the score 3-3 in this second set. Tipped and down at the net by the Cyclones. They go up 4-3 in this one. Off the block and down, and it lands in. Macy Branch. Number 17 for the Cyclones got a piece of that one. Number 18. Unfortunately not on my program for either the varsity or the JV. We'll ask one of the parents in front of us if we get a timeout. 5-3 your score. Cyclones up. Good block by the Spartans. They get it to the outside hitter. Shannon sends it over, now back the other way. Deep to Starbuck. Outside hitter into the net. Point Spartans, and they will take over service. A couple of subs coming in for BPC. Caroline Spangler, by the way, was in there, number 19. She checks out. Also going out, number 12, Callie Kramer. Back to serve, Presley Brandt, 13. And that drops down. For the Cyclones, they take service away. Side out to West Prairie. Dug out and sent back, but a little wide on the return as Callie Wright scores the point in service for the Cyclones. Sent over on 3. Back to the middle and down. Big hit by J.C. Reynoso. Callie Wright back to serve again with an 8-4 lead now for the Cyclones of West Prairie High School. From the outside, that'll go long for the freshman Zimmerman. Point Spartans, 8-5, back to serve. For BPC will be Abby Nelson. Service there into the net, 9-5. Now Abby Starbuck. Will do service honors for West Prairie. That one, wow, what placement. Just inside the line, about 2 feet off the end line. Beautiful serve, beautiful ace, 10-5. What's Starbuck going to do with it this time? Down the middle. Dug out nicely by Coulter. They pass it forward and then bumped across by Shannon. Set up in the middle. And that'll work. For the Cyclones, Alexa Barkley. 11-5. Another one down out of the middle for Barkley, 12-5. And when the Cyclones get a good pass to the front, get in system, they have been taking control here. The second set from the outside. Hammered over by Sierra Shannon. Another hit from the outside. This one handled by the Spartans. They'll send it over in the 3-ball, but out. (13-5) Cyclones. Hammered down by Sierra Shannon, outside right. And she will go back to serve. Libero checks out, replaced in the front row by Justice Kleindinst. Handled nicely by the setter. For West Prairie to get a set and the kill. And Lindsey Dunn will come back in to serve. The 14-6 lead in favor of the Cyclones. 3-ball sent deep. Outside hitter sets up. That's long. Side out Spartans, 14-7. Down by a touchdown. Sort of looked like it might have been long. Cyclones played anyway just to be safe. And it lands in as it creeps over the net. Cyclones let it drop, and now it goes to 14-8. Second set, Cyclones already lead 1-0. Serve deep and out by Callie Kramer. Sub coming. West Prairie, Kelly right back. Macy Branch off. Net service by Zimmerman is a point for the Spartans, and they get a side out, 15-9. Serve delivered by Joe Farwell. What a play. First a block by Nelson. Came right back down to her. Off the block. That hitter can then send it over the net. And she does over everybody's head and drops it in like a tennis lob to make it 15-10. Farwell into the net. 16-10. Spartans can't afford the service errors here. Casey Reynoso in for Libero. And Paige Kitch will check in to serve and replace Alexa Barkley. She earns an ace. had a couple of pretty unreturnable serves here tonight and gives her club a 17-10 lead. The set attack, a good idea, but at the net, Cyclones are ready, and Madeline Sullivan put it away, 18-10. Another good serve. A diving dig. 3 ball sent over with a backhand. And the Spartans can't get it over in the allotted 3 hits, so it goes to 19-10. Timeout called on the floor. Up 1 set to love. It's a 19-10 lead for West Prairie in the second set, and we shall return in just a minute. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
We welcome you back in. To a 19-10 Cyclone lead. And Paige Kitch back to try to serve some more points up for her side. Outside it comes. And it's handled by Callie Wright. Off the block and out, 20-10. Closing in on the 2-set sweep. Cyclones 5 points away. Kitch hammers another hard serve. Handled by Coulter, sent over, what a play. The set attack, and she went back over her head to do it. Abby Nelson sneaks one in, 20-11. Side out, Coulter to serve. Service errors really coming back to bite the Spartans here in set 2. That's down 22-10. Going back to serve once again will be Madeline Sullivan. 22-11, excuse me. Sullivan gets it hard to the back line, and the Spartans will not be able to get it back over in the required 3 hits or less, 23-11. Sullivan leaps into it. Good pass that time, but now that one sent back the wrong way. On the second hit, and now it is set and match point for West Prairie. The Road Club, their storied volleyball program. They put down another one, an ace service for Madeline Sullivan, and the match is over. 25-11. Cyclones win set 2 and sweep the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans here tonight on TSSR Game Time Live. We thank you very much for watching. We're going to go ahead and end the stream, and Chris can come and get the equipment so he can bring you some football action tomorrow night. Thank you very much for watching. For Andy Suter, I'm BJ Stone. Have a great rest of your evening.